Hi, guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Opposition Report. Today, I'm joined with Refugeeza, who is an AFC Wimbledon fan. How are we doing today?
Yes, lads. I'm absolutely buzzing for this game. We've been on great form, so can't wait.
Good, good. Let's dive straight into it then. So, your season started in a bit of a negative fashion, but you were playing at Luton Town. You lost 1-0 there, but you pulled it back last weekend with a 2-0 win over Lincoln. Talk to me about those two games. How have Wimbledon played and kind of how's it been going? You obviously weren't expected to win at Luton and maybe not even at Lincoln. So, what's it been like?
Do you know what it is? Going into the Luton game, everyone was expecting like a battering. To be honest, no one expected us to leave 1-0 and bring the game to them because it wasn't a comfortable 1-0 win for Luton. They really struggled against us, and I would in the Lincoln game we looked even better than we did against Luton. I Lincoln did have 10 men for most of it, so I don't know if that's because of that. But it was from what I saw, the way we were playing was a big improvement from Luton. And yeah, like coming away from Luton first game of the season, only coming out 1-0 with we played with passion and we played a proper game. So do you know what? I think we've had a really good start to the season. This is why I'm buzzing for Reading away. Because I know Reading have been a bit poor recently. But yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a transitional period for us Royals fans. But yeah, Luton away, it was a bit of a dodgy error goal as well, from what I remember, if I'm remembering
Oh,
correctly on the Friday. So you got very unlucky there. Obviously, we had the League Cup in the week. You beat Gillingham on penalties, I believe. How was the Gillingham game? Was there a lot of changes there? And how did you guys kind of play in that one?
so in the Gillingham game, there was a lot of squad rotation from the keeper to our attack. With that one, I think um, with Gillingham, we did play a bit better, I would say. But again, Gillingham are League Two, so it's a bit of a different play style. But we had players like Sedon and Asimwe who keep impressing every game. I say Sedon, but I think he's still finding his footing in the squad. But for a replacement for James Tilley, do you know what? I think it'll be a good replacement further down the line in the season. However, yeah, we had a lot of star players, and in Gillingham, we took it to penalties. I think we should have ended the game 1-0. I don't think it should have been 1-1, but we got the job done with the penalties in the end.
Of course, that's set up a nice little fixture while you guys will be visiting the SCL again. Two games in the matter of 2 weeks after not playing you for something like, well, we've never played you competitively before, and now we're playing you twice in the space of 14 days.
Um,
It'll be interesting. I know we were both speaking off air about how we maybe were hoping for a Premier League opposition, but hey, is what it is. We're going to your transfer business then. So to run Royals fans through, just in case you guys haven't seen already, I might get some of these pronunciations wrong, so excuse me if I do. But you've signed Antoine Hackford on a free, Steve Seddon on a free, Alastair Smith, Joe McDonnell, McCoy Splat, Danilo Orsi, Nathan Bishop, and Nathan Asimwe, replacing the outgoing Josh Nerfield, James Tilley, Will Nightingale, James Bull, Lewis Ward, Hussein Blair, Paris Lock, and Owen Goodman, who obviously was the end of his loan. So a lot of kind of outgoings, but then you've replaced them quite well with a few of those signings. I'm aware of the name Danilo Orsi because I've been to a few main league games in the past, of course, local to Reading. What's your thoughts been on the transfer business so far? Obviously, I'm guessing quite disappointed to lose Josh, Phil, and James Tilley, but what are your thoughts on it as a whole?
Do you know what? The Josh Neufeld one has always broken my heart. Like that guy, just watching him improve every season and then him have his like breakout season last season. Like what breaks my heart the most is he didn't go to a club that was way better than us. He went to a club that got promoted with us. That's what hurts my head with that. But I think with the signing of Seamway, he's a oh my day, like it's like a we just replaced the player with the player who's the exact same. Like he's amazing. Asimwe has been impressing. He's still young as well, so he's got a lot more to bring for us. But he's had a fantastic past 3 games, to be honest, and he looks like he's fitting that role nicely. In terms of James Teddy, Me personally, I'm not too disappointed by that. I think James Tilley was always quite lazy. He was a really good player, but I think he was very lazy. And with Sedon coming in, I think Sedon can really replace him nicely. I haven't seen too much from him, but I think he's just getting comfortable with the role. Um, and then with Hackford, do you know, I forgot to mention Hackford was one of the players who started against Gillingham, and he really impressed for us. Nathan Bishop replacing Owen Goodman is hard. Owen Goodman was one of the main reasons we got promoted. He was solid last season, but Nathan Bishop, he, do you know what, that own goal we had against Luton, I personally feel was more Nathan Bishop's fault. But apart from that, he made really, really good saves. Like he was a great shot stopper, and he hasn't made a mistake since. Um, and yeah, we brought in a lot of players. Orsi is a controversial one because he used to play for the franchise, and then he had a stint at Crawley, just our two rivals, which is just fantastic. But um, yeah, uh, with Orsi, I still got to see more from him. I haven't really seen like an amazing player there. I've just seen an average player.
I guess he's already on a back foot, as you said, playing for franchise FC. And let's move on to the game itself. Who do Reading need to watch out for? Who's Wimbledon's player that's going to cause us the most problems? And what formation do you expect your manager to go with on Saturday as well?
Well, I just know he's going to go for Johnny Jackson would definitely go for a 3-5-2 again. I think that's just the standard formation he's been playing every game. It's weird because it's people think it's like a five back, but our two wing backs they're more up the pitch than back. If that makes sense. They're very up and down, so it's like a 5-3-2, like transitioned into a 3-5-2. I messed up my words there, but
Too many numbers.
yeah, literally. But the player to watch out for is defo Joe Lewis. He is solid as bricks. You are not getting past him. I don't care. No one's getting past him. He is amazing. He really holds our defense together, and literally a lot of our because our defensive record last season was amazing, and this season it started off really good. He's the main reason for that, in my opinion.
That's good. That's good to know. I'm sure Reading will be coming up against quite a few back threes or back fives across the season. I think a couple of teams
Yeah.
play across them. We'll move on to the season as a whole. What's the aims for you guys this year? Obviously, you've just been promoted. You won the playoffs last time out, winning the playoff final. What's kind of the aim? Is it to stay in the division or is it to push on to mid-table?
The well, all the fans they just want avoid relegation because obviously last season when we went up, I think everyone kind of knew we were a bit out of our depth going into League One, but with the start of the season and how we've played, especially with the new transfers and everything, we look a lot better than we thought. But I think the aim is just to avoid relegation. With the signings we've made, I'm pretty sure I said this to someone else. Like we're offering out 3-year contracts, 2-year contracts in League One and League Two. You don't offer that to just anyone. So I feel like what Johnny Jackson and the club is doing, they're trying to, they're thinking of big things to come. So I feel like even with the club itself, they're aiming to avoid relegation, maybe even push for mid-table. But everyone at Wimbledon would be happy with just avoiding relegation.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective with you guys coming up, it was definitely a surprise. I wouldn't have put you in the promotion mix coming out of League Two, so I guess staying up is definitely the aim. We get on to Saturday and the score predictions. What are we thinking then? What's the score going to be on Saturday?
I'm going to stick with it. 1-0 Wimbledon. I've said it. It's going to be 1-0 Wimbledon.
I'm
I'm confident.
I'm hoping we can upset the apple cart a little bit with that one. We looked up in midweek against Pompey, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, perfect. Thank you for joining me today, and best of luck for the rest of the season. If Reading fans want to check out your content, where can they?
Rodon's TV on TikTok and then Refugeeza on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. But my main one is TikTok, Rodon's TV. Thank you very much for having me as always. This was fun.
No worries at all. Enjoy the game and come on, you Royals.
Comedy Dons.